Welcome into another video in my series where we're going through and testing out all the weapons inside of Modern Warfare 3 to see how viable these weapons are for you to be using inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies game. This is going to include the aftermarket parts, the aftermarket conversion kits, as well as the MW2 weapons. So if you guys are new around here, make sure you're subscribed, turn on that bell notification so you're not going to miss out any future uploads for myself on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Now in today's video, yesterday is one of my favorite days of the week, which is Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, they update our weekly challenges inside of MW3. And this week's weekly challenge is one I've been waiting for a super long time because it adds an aftermarket conversion kit to my favorite weapon inside of the game, which is the SMG, the FJX Horus. Now the aftermarket conversion kit for this adds a 60 round drum and it eliminates most, if not all, of the recoil on the weapon. It is truly awesome and I am super excited to bring you guys this video today. As well, with the new event, I wanted to find out if any of you are also having an issue getting any of these DNA, as it says coming soon, and then I'm not sure if I'm collecting them or not. I've seen someone else in the comments make a comment about it, so let me know if you guys are having any issues collecting those DNA in the event for sure. So today we're going to be checking out the FJX Horus with the brand new aftermarket conversion kit, the Scimitar, which adds, like I said, a 60 round magazine to the FJX Horus and removes basically all of the vertical and recoil, which is truly awesome. So I'm super excited to take this through all three tiers today, taking on bounty contracts all the way through to see just how viable this weapon is for you to be using inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. As well, down below, just in case you guys didn't know, I do stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I stream a ton of custom zombies and other zombie-related games, and I'd just be honored to have you guys come and hang out. So without further ado, let's get to the aftermarket conversion kit review video for the FJX Horus. Alright, welcome into today's video, and I have been super excited for this aftermarket conversion kit to arrive for the FJX Horus. The aftermarket conversion kit gives us a 60 round drum magazine and removes basically all of the recoil, which is truly amazing today. So we're going to be running this today with the 200k XP molten obsidian camo on there, which I think looks absolutely amazing. So we're definitely going to be keeping that on for our run today. As well, when we spawn in and do these weapon testing videos, I like to throw on all of my perks and no additions to the weapon to make it any stronger whatsoever. So no tools, no pack-a-punch, and no ammo mods. And we go off and look for our first bounty contract of the day. I did bring a couple extras with me today. I do have my golden armor plates, the ether blade, and mags of holding I brought in to test for later. So stick through the entire video to see how the weapon performs with mags of holding as well. And then I was going to go off and grab our first bounty contract of the day at like 2,400 meters away. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness this other one spawned in and I was able to drop straight down and pick that one up. That saved me a bunch of time on my run. I was really happy to see that one spawn in. Anyway, so we grabbed that bounty contract, which is our first one of the day. It was a Mangler, and here we are going to go on and take on this Mangler bounty contract inside of Tier 1 with the brand new aftermarket conversion kit. And holy smokes, I could already tell this thing was going to be just an absolute laser beam. Like, this shoots so absolutely straight. It is absolutely ridiculous. The damage is there, definitely. It is the FJX Horus, so we all know it definitely has the damage for sure. The weird orbs are back. Like I said, it sounds like a Scorcher leftover effects. I'm not sure, but you can see I made really easy work of that Tier 1 Mangler bounty contract. Our first one of the day inside of Tier 1, only being white rarity. And at this point, like, I was super excited to move on. This thing felt so good to use. The movement I had with it, with the build I was running today, felt absolutely amazing. I felt very quick using this weapon and was really enjoying using it. So I wanted to head off to Pack-a-Punch machine and be very careful to make sure that I kept the camo on there today. So you melee the machine first before you use the machine or use your Pack-a-Punch crystals, and that will allow you to use your camo for the rest of the match. So now that we've been pack-punched, it was time to grab another bounty contract inside of Tier 1. Seeing how well our first bounty contract of the day went today, just being white rarity with no tools on the weapon and no ammo mods on the weapon, I was really kind of excited to see what kind of improvement this aftermarket conversion kit had once you brought it to Pack-a-Punch. Now the nice thing too with this conversion kit being pack-punched, you do have 120 rounds in the magazine, which is amazing. And Skybots are back. This is the first time I've ever seen them in Tier 1. I was a little mystified, but I saw them when I was flying in. And yeah, look at that. There are Skybots up there. Of course, this Horus doesn't necessarily have the greatest range, being an SMG, so I was trying to take out some of these skybots, but they didn't disappear. So let me know in the comments below if you have come across skybots in your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games recently. And that's the first time I'd seen them in a little bit for sure. All right, so we grabbed our second bounty of the day. Here's our second mangler of the day. We are Pack-a-Punch White Rarity, and wow, just wow, that was impressive. You could tell I was excited. At this point, I was really eager to kind of get through the match and move on to, you know, the higher threat levels. But before I did that, I wanted to do what I always do, which was put on my legendary tool. Today, I was running some Shatter Blast to see how that ran and grab another bounty contract inside of Tier 1. Being legendary Pack 1 with Shatter Blast, I wanted to see if this is just going to be like a one-shot instant delete, because if that's the case, then moving forward, I get really excited to use this weapon in the higher threat levels as we move forward for sure. And the sinkholes are still here. I just about fell in that one, so do be careful for sure. That's at I-6, I believe, on your TAC map, so do be careful. There's our Mangler, Pack 1, Legendary with Shatter Blast, and he had no chance whatsoever. We got a Speed Cola schematic out of there that I was going to try and give to somebody else in the match today. I wasn't able to, but I did manage to find a way to put them somewhere so that if another player came across them, then they would be lucky enough to have them. So at this point, I wanted to go to Tier 2, being Pack-a-Punched 1, and grab a bounty contract. I did not want to go Pack-a-Punch before I took on this bounty contract, seeing how well this performed inside Tier 2, or sorry, Tier 1, on just the White Rarity bounty contract. I was really sure this was going to do extremely well. I got a Disciple, and oh man, I tell you, this particular Disciple fight is exactly why Disciples for me are the most annoying. It's not that they're hard, it's just that they're annoying. And his healing ability during this fight, I'm not sure if it was boosted or something, because I haven't seen a Disciple heal himself that quickly in a long time. It was pretty dramatic to see how fast he was able to pull his health off of me at one point during this fight. Definitely for sure. I mean, there's tons of damage I'm able to do when getting the critical shots in the Disciple for sure. But right here, like, look at how fast he heals. Like, what is going on? He got almost half his health back right there. I was so surprised at just how quick he was able to get his health back on me. So this is one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of Disciples. They're not a challenge to do, they're just kind of an annoyance, to be honest with you. But this definitely handles the Disciple, dealing with the critical damage. It dishes it out for sure. I mean, the FJX Horus with this aftermarket conversion kit just gives us so much more ammo to use, which is absolutely amazing to see. Plus the recoil reduction definitely helps make this thing an absolute laser beam. It handles Tier 2, you know, like a hot knife through butter. We're only Pack 1 and definitely not having an issue at all handling any of the riffraff that's coming after me as I'm trying to get into my reward rift here. There is another Disciple that shows up, just a standard HVT inside of Tier 2, and I think I was able to make easy work of him for sure. So then it was time to push on to the Pack-a-Punch machine inside of Tier 2 and get this aftermarket conversion kit to level 2 Pack-a-Punch and see how it handles Tier 2 and what kind of trouble we can get into having this at Pack 2. And you can see we got 120 rounds in the magazine and 900 in reserve, which is absolutely awesome for an SMG inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies for sure. So we picked up a Mimic bounty contract inside of Tier 2, Pack 2 Legendary with Shatter Blast. And the Mimic had, like, absolutely no shot. No chance. It took across the street, basically. And that was the end of that Mimic. So super awesome. And then at Pack 2, crowd control inside of Tier 2. Like I said, just like a hot knife through butter. Not an issue at all. Just absolutely melt everything in front of your barrel. It's super awesome to see. Now, I wanted to go to Tier 3 right away as I was feeling super confident using this aftermarket conversion kit. However, I did not have enough cash at the time to drop into Tier 3 and grab the rest of my perks. So I figured I'd stop in and grab another bounty contract just before heading off into Tier 3, which was another Mimic, which was awesome to see. So I can show you guys two Mimics right here back to back. And again, you just see, he just got absolutely lasered and eviscerated into nothing. It was awesome to see. This weapon shreds. If you guys haven't had a chance to unlock your aftermarket conversion kit for the FJX Horus, then go ahead and do so. You won't be disappointed. So if you didn't know, if you find a circuit turret, you can drop things inside of the circuit turret turret, and those things will not despawn for the match. So if somebody else comes across that circuit turret, there is 2 schematics in there for them to have. So before we head off into Tier 3, it's time to throw on Pack-a-Punch 3 that I bring in every single game, bring in the FJX Horus with the aftermarket conversion kit to Pack-a-Punch 3. Someone was here playing with Dobakai, so I thought it'd be fun and throw a decoy. I managed to hit a Merc, and then I got the attention of all of them. So it was time to skedaddle and get the heck out of there and fly off into Tier 3 and see what kind of trouble we can get into Tier 3. So when we stop in, like I always do, we grab the rest of our perks that we needed at the Wonder Fizz machine, and then it was time to go off into Tier 3 and see what this FJX Horus with the aftermarket conversion kit can do inside of Tier 3, just dealing with all of Tier 3. So I wanted to start with a bounty contract and see how strong this is dealing with a bounty contract inside of Tier 3. And one of the few times I've actually seen the Storm right inside of Tier 3. So the Stormcrawler in this match definitely would have been one heck of a fight for sure. Being inside of Tier 3, the Stormcrawler would have been stronger. So I just thought that was interesting to note. Now here's our first bounty contract of the day, which is a Mega Abomination inside of Tier 3. And you can see when he fires up his laser attack just how fast we are able to just melt that Mega Abomination's health bar down. It is just awesome. This thing really dishes out the damage 100% for sure. It was time to push up to get some height, some verticality, so that we could get our Mega Abomination to trigger up his laser attack, which he did right here, which was nice to see. And then I managed to miss jumping on that bus. Otherwise, I feel like I would have been able to finish this Mega Abomination right here with this laser attack, but I was not able to grab that bus. I missed it for some reason. Anyway, I did want to show you guys just how well this aftermarket conversion kit for the FJX Horus handles, you know, the congestion that is in Tier 3 when you've got a bounty contract and you've got all the zombies coming after you, and just how does it feel to use this inside of Tier 3. And I have to admit, for me, this feels absolutely amazing. I could not believe how fast I was able to get the movement with the build I'm using today, and just how strong and how straight this shoots with the aftermarket conversion kit on top of it. Truly, truly awesome to see. I did want to mention here, as we finish off our Mega Abomination bounty contract inside of Tier 3, that by unlocking the aftermarket conversion kit, when I went back into the standard FJX Horus under magazine, there is now the 60-round drum mag, which is available to be put on your standard FJX Horus without the aftermarket conversion kit. So that is super cool to see, and just wanted to let you guys know that for sure. That is definitely there now, so that's awesome for sure. Finished off that Mega Abomination bounty contract, which was definitely not much of a fight for sure. I felt super confident throughout the entire thing. Was definitely dealing a ton of damage to everything around while I was dealing with the fight. We got a self-revive and an epic tool, which I didn't need. And then I wanted to show you, we've got a bunch of zombies coming out. We've got an APT in the background. We've got the dogs. We don't have mags of holding. And how does this weapon perform for you inside of Tier 3? How does it handle? Do I feel like this is going to be something that is viable for all of us to be using inside of our Modern Warfare 3 zombies? 100% yes. You can see on screen the carnage that you can create using this aftermarket conversion kit for the FJX Horus. 100%. It is so strong, and honestly, one of the most enjoyable weapons to use inside of Modern Warfare 3 zombies for me. I just absolutely enjoy using the FJX Horus. I love the movement speeds you get with it. I love how unobstructed the sights are, and just overall how well the weapon performs. So you can definitely tell the FJ Horus is my favorite weapon inside of Modern Warfare 3 zombies, for sure. And that zombie, I think, was doing the moonwalk? I wasn't sure. I was really confused. He was like walking forwards but backwards at the same time. So in a state of confusion, I went and put on mags of holding. And now it was time to go and see what we could do with mags of holding on the FJX Horus with the aftermarket conversion kit for Season 4 inside of MW3. So we found ourselves a Mega Abomination bounty contract inside of Tier 3 to take on with the FJX Horus aftermarket conversion kit with mags of holding. And this location is probably one of my least favorite. There is not many places for me to climb up on top of to get our Mega Abomination to trigger the laser attacks, which definitely helps, dish out the damage to the Mega Abominations a lot quicker for sure. So this is definitely not one of my favorite locations to have a Mega Abomination spawn in, just because there's nowhere to kind of get them to trigger their laser attack for sure. But we got him to fire up his laser attack right here, and when he does, you can see the damage that this aftermarket conversion kit allows you to do to HVT Mega Abomination bounty contract inside of Tier 3. It is incredibly strong. It is incredibly has no recoil. It shoots so straight. It is truly awesome. I can't say that enough. Probably said it till I'm blue in the face in this video. You're probably sick and tired of me hearing tell you how straight this shoots. I did not know that your bounty contracts can run through the Dark Ether Rift in this location. Did you guys know that? I was unaware of it. Anyway, we finally got this Mega Abomination to fire up his last laser attack, which allowed me to finish off the bounty contract. Holy smokes, that took way too long. I do not like this location. Anyway, we went to check our loot out here. Inside of our bounty contract, we got a PAP2 crystal, which I was certainly happy to see, a sigil I didn't need, and 3-plate, which I already have. So the last thing to show you guys before the storm consumed me in my match was to show you how crowd control works with the FJX Horus and the brand new aftermarket conversion kit inside of Tier 3. So I rounded up a bunch of zombies for us, and just to show you guys how amazing this is inside of Tier 3 with mags of holding, it just absolutely melts, shreds, deletes everything in front of the barrel. Truly awesome to use. A ton of fun for the movement. Being an SMG, you've got a just absolute awesome foot speed while you're using this weapon. Then the maneuverability is amazing. Truly, truly awesome. You can see the carnage on screen. Like, I really don't have to say much more than for you guys to see the damage that was here. And then the storm was coming, and it was time, and there was another group right here, so they were kind enough to get in a vehicle and get me the heck out of Tier 3, which was awesome, because that storm was coming, and it was coming fast, and it was time to get to an exfil. So I pushed my way through, all the way through to an exfil. Just thoroughly enjoyed using this FJX Horus aftermarket conversion kit with mags of holding. As you can see, I was a mini turret walking around the exfil chopper. It was tons of fun to use this. Thank you so much for tuning in. At the end of every video, like I always do, I will be showing you guys the build that I used in today's run, so that if you guys want to make any changes to the build that you feel may be necessary, let's all work together down in the comment section and come up with an amazing build for us all to use on the FJX Horus with the brand new aftermarket conversion kit for sure. Now, the blueprint I'm using is the nanometer black cell. It is from the battle pass, and this is the build that I ran for today with the Scimitar aftermarket conversion kit. I believe that's how you say that. I'm not 100% sure though. And so this is what it does. You can see the increased bullet velocity and range, recoil control, firing aim stability, and gun control. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.